I wanted to tell you congrats. I mean, not only on this series, but like your career. I'm a Gen Xer, so I know your work very, very well on some end. And so I gotta ask. I mean, is it fun playing the bad guy?
Um, I mean, this is a fun role to play, but I don't see it as, oh, I'm a good guy or a bad guy, necessarily. Um, I, I've had a really good career, and I'm still being challenged. I'm still being offered roles that I like. There's only been a few that I didn't have fun playing. Very few, but there have been some. But I enjoy coming to work every day, and working with the individuals that I get to work with, both behind the camera and in front of the camera. And yes, I am enjoying playing Sir, at the moment.
Yeah, I saw the promos last year, and then all of a sudden I was like watching and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this is great! Like, this is juicy to see you in this role and everything." I was like, I thought it was genius and smart. So, was it something that you were looking for, or did it find you?
I think it found me. The only thing I would say is that there are a handful of scripts in pilot season, that are, like, the top, and you're aware of them. Your representation is aware of them. So I was aware of the script. We had just finished up Mixed-ish. There was, I had taken a family trip, and was coming back and was having to start. I was having to start to think about my future and what the year would look like. And I was aware of this script, and then I got a call from our showrunner creator, Nkechi Okoro Carroll, and we just had a really nice conversation. And it was, without giving too much away, because people can watch and catch up with the show on Peacock, but in the very first pilot episode, there was a very small piece of Sir. And
Right. I was gonna say you don't come into like halfway through
yeah,
the
and
thing.
he was a backstory for the main character, for Shanola Hampton's character. And I was basically sold on just that. I mean, I listened to MK's pitch, and we discussed what the season might look like. And from that, I was just on board.
Yeah, like I said, you have like a long trail of work, and you've been on many, many different sets. I was wondering if this one's a little different for you because at least in season one, because of the way that the story is, it's like you're in the basement a lot, and you do have some scenes out of the basement, but out of just going to set and you're like, man, this is depressing. I'm just like in this dark basement this whole time, and I kind of just have dialogue with one person for a little bit. I guess I mean there is a little bit of other stuff in
Yeah.
this season, but I don't know if you're just like, okay, yeah, it's like this. I'm here. I am again today.
Yeah, we joked about that because I didn't realize there was a whole other cast besides Shanola and I. So I had to learn everybody's name in this season when Sir comes out of the basement. Um, yeah, it felt like a very compartmentalized show. I mean, I was doing the backstory and sort of the darker parts of the show, and then Shanola and the rest of the cast were doing the procedural part, which I think separates us from standard procedurals in the past, is that we just have that component, of something a little more juicier, more serialized, to go along with the procedural aspect of the show.
Okay, so now this season, I mean, yeah, you're finally kind of out of the basement, so you got some more variety of scenes and stuff, and there's like a whole backstory, like big discovery, of another character that's got a relationship with yours, and but there's some scenes too, because like since you have to kind of be elusive, sometimes you're on the phone. So then, like, my thing was just like, how is the acting when you're on the phone? Because, like, I mean, is it like just someone like spitting other lines out at you while you're just doing the thing versus like because you're not probably not really talking to your co-star.
Sometimes, depending on the schedule, the way it works out, like if Shanola was on set that day and maybe she was the last scene before mine, she would stick around. I would do the same if our schedules aligned. Generally, actors will do that just to help you out. Good actors, if they're team players. I like to think that I work with team players. I've worked with a lot of team players in my career, so I've been very fortunate. Generally, what happens is that no one's there, and either the script supervisor will read it to you, or in our case, it's one of our second ACs camera assistant camera operators. She will read the rolls. And does a really good, fine job of it. So it works out. Other times, we take our own beats, and we don't, we just, kind of assume what the person's saying, and we say our lines.